another edition of Abby's Power Lunch, your APL, where we talk to women in business from around the Caribbean, women in small and large businesses with inspiring stories about their journey and the anecdotes of powerful dreams yet to be fulfilled. This week, we sit down with Dr. Colleen Bovell, psychiatrist, entrepreneur, mother, and friend. We speak about her journey to entrepreneurship, her career as a psychologist, and all that she has going on in 2019 as she endeavors to go to Canada on the Women Delivered Conference. Stay tuned for a full interview right after this.
So I'm Colleen Bovell. I'm the owner of My Melanin Creations. That's not the only thing I do because I'm a resident psychiatrist at the Georgetown Public Hospital. Of course, this is to help to maintain my balance, so I do the things I love outside of my career. So the My Melanin Creations, it came about after I did The Confidence Becomes You. I entered the pageant and I got first runner of Miss Emancipation Queen 2018.
Wow.
So yes, I am still reigning, and because I'm a queen, I'll be reigning forever.
Yes, of course, I like that.
So along with the confidence and my win, I learned a lot about the International Decade for People of African Descent. And it was amazing that throughout my life you would hear persons saying, African print, you only wear it on the 1st of August for emancipation. And sometimes when you wear it, people ask you strange questions like what the equation is. And I said, you know what? I need to do something to raise awareness in our decade, for our culture and our history, so that people can appreciate it more and something I can pass on to my children.
Yeah.
So I started my business, My Melanin Creations. Of course, the melanin, because, it has to do everything with our history, our hair, the color of our skin, our culture, everything about us. So what I do, I make jewelry, because it's to show creative ways in which you can use the print, that you can use it at any point in time. I make jewelry, I make bags, I'm now into selling the prints.
Welcome back to the show. We are here with psychiatrist, entrepreneur, mom, friend, sister, Dr. Colleen Bovell. So you co-authored Women Across Borders, Rising from the Ashes. I'm going to take this copy. So let's talk about Zoe, because there's some phenomenal women here who have co-authored this book. It's one of Dr. Sonia Noel's book and one of her projects that she's diligently been working on to empower women. What was the thought process? What went into, writing your bit of the book?
So when I was asked to write the book, I thought about many experiences in life. But like I said, I could not tell the world about myself if I did not tell them about my mother, because for me, she was the most valuable player. It was very easy for me. I got my chapter prepared in one evening because it was a life experience. It was a life experience. There was nothing to make up. There was nothing to think about. I knew exactly the feelings I had for my mother. I knew exactly the part of me that I wanted to share with persons to inspire them. And I'm very happy that I would have done that, because many persons would have messaged me to say, well, I love your story, or from your story, I actually put a quote on your name, because I've never heard these words said in this form, and because you said it so beautifully, I took it and I put your name as this is your quote. Yeah, I had that. So it was an amazing experience.
So what has it been like after this book has been published? What has the journey been like for you? And are you going to do this again?
So you must know that when I was asked to participate in the Women Across Borders 2019 anthology, I was in the process of writing my own book. So my book will be published next year.
And what is your book about?
So it's going to be about empowerment for women and persons of African descent. So but there are many experiences that I will share that can go across the border. You know, it can relate to anyone, male, female, persons of different ethnic groups. It will go across the borders. But it's for empowerment.
I love that, and I can't wait to be able to read it, and I'm rooting for you. I do not think I have the writing bones or the writing bug as yet, but I'm definitely going to be rooting for you for that. And as you continue your journey towards empowering us all and yourself, you are on the road in a couple of days.
Yes, it's actually in 2 days. Yes, it's Saturday.
Yeah, there is this big buzz about this Women Deliver.
Yes.
Women Deliver conference that's happening right now. Congratulations on your selection. I know I was told that over 6,000 or something like that persons applied.
Yes, over 6,000 persons applied for scholarship, and they had to pick 120. So it is a privilege, representing my country, representing women, representing persons in the healthcare. There's so many persons that I represent, and of course representing my family. It's a privilege for me to take such a big step, because there are going to be more than 8,000 participants coming in Vancouver, Canada. So yeah.
Give us a little background into the Women Deliver conference and the organization.
Yes, so the Women Deliver Conference, it's actually a US-based organization. However, the conference is usually kept in different countries. So this year it's Canada, and it will be specifically in Vancouver, Canada. They select persons based on the work that they do and the passion that they have. They have the largest conference on gender equality and the health and rights of girls and women. So it's actually, it's something amazing to be a part of the largest conference that they actually have in the world on gender equality. And when we speak of gender equality, I want the men to understand it's not just that women alone attend these conferences. There are many males that are going to be at the conferences, and many of the policies that we're going to be looking forward to, or many of the things that we're going to be advocating for, it's not only for women, not because it says Women Deliver, it's also for men. Because you have organizations who are also rooting, for example, for paternity leave for men. So when we speak about gender equality and you hear Women Deliver, it's not that we're going to have 8,000 women there.
Okay.
I think the most exciting part is knowing that the Prime Minister of Canada is going to be there.
And he's a terrific man.
Yes, I am elated. I hope, he just passes my way.
Yeah.
His wife will be there too.
Take a photo for us. Take a photo for us. I mean, what are some of the things that you're most looking forward to? What are some of the sessions that you're looking forward to being a part of?
So the sessions that I'm really looking forward to, there are many sessions on mental health. So I will definitely be a part of those side events. Of course, there are the regular events that you have to be a part of, and then you have the side events. For the side events, most of my activities, I have chosen mental health. I've also chosen to be a part of sexual and reproductive health and rights for women. So yes, those are the activities that I'm going to mostly be a part of. And I was also invited to some side events from organizations, international organizations, like the Rockefeller Foundation. They have asked me to be a part of their events. So of course I will make the effort, because there's so much going on. And sometimes they're going on concurrently. So sometimes, you have to see, can I express myself?
Yeah, where can I go? What's going to benefit me the most? I totally understand how it's going to be for you. So I want to say congratulations. I know you're going to represent Guyana, your family, and all of us here very well. Enjoy it, soak it up.
I know.
When you come back, what do we have to expect from you when you get back to Guyana?
So as soon as I get back, I actually have a satellite event that I will be hosting on the 16th of June. So my satellite event that I prepared, it's Girls Deliver, and I am going to group our young women so that we can have conversations about health and about gender equality, because I want to hear from them. Many times, sometimes we think that it's only the policy makers and these persons who are in these organizations that have much to say, but our young girls, they have a lot to say. So I want us to meet, and we're going to have a really good session whereby they're going to actually share their views, you know, at their level. So I plan to have girls between the ages of 10 to 15, and I plan, you know, maybe to have some collaboration, so, you know, we can, other persons. And Abigail, you are a perfect person to be there also to address these girls.
Oh, definitely. I would love to do that. So is it going to be an open event? Do you have to get invitations? Can girls contact you? Can parents contact you? They want their daughter?
Yes, they can contact me. I will be having a Facebook page for that event, and of course, I will be limiting the number of persons so that we can have a really interactive session. That's the only thing, yes.
I completely understand. So I look forward to seeing, you know, how that is going to go and to try to be a part of it.
You will be there, Abigail. I just gave you your invitation.
Well, I'm excited about it. I have an invitation now and I'm excited. So, all of this being said and all of this going on, I have to tell you that, you know, I am proud of you and I appreciate everything that you do. I said before that you make it seem so effortless with what you do. I know dealing with mental health, it has its challenges. Being an entrepreneur, it has its challenges. I want to know, what have you experienced in terms of highs and lows of your entrepreneurial journey?
Okay, well, I would have mentioned to you that it's basically at this point in time, you know, I do most of the work. Of course, I cannot say I don't have the support of family and friends, because I know you were always there for me. Miranda is always there for me. My mother is always there for me. And you would have seen Naomi and I modeling my pieces. Yeah, we always go out like a triplet. So, you know, it's amazing when persons become inspired and they say, because of you, I want to get involved in business, or because of you, I want to do more than I'm doing in life. The lows is, you know, sometimes it's difficult financially because you don't have you have so many ideas, but you don't have the finance to go forward. So, you know, sometimes that's my low, and sometimes I'm like, you know what, it will happen in the right moment. So I just see it as a stepping stone and just don't see it as, you know, a low moment. I see them as, you know, it's just a stepping stone, and if you have to take small steps, but it's forward, and forward is forward anyway. So
yes, forward is forward anyway. That's so true. I love the positivity, and I love the passion that you have going into everything. Cherry, and we definitely can't leave without trying the delicious ice cream, homemade ice cream. As you can see, there's cherries, there's sprinkles, it's pink, and we love it. So we're gonna try the ice cream right now.
okay.
Let me see.
Amazing.
This hits the spot. And it's smooth. It's so smooth.
It's amazing that we learn that we actually make it himself. Well, this is amazing.
The owner makes the ice cream along with his brother.
That is,
Support.
yeah, that is why it's important that we support local.
Yep. What advice you have to give to other women who are trying to get their lives together, more so because you're in the mental health field, women who are coping with a lot of things. For me, I had a period in my life where I worked to block out everything else that I was coping with, and that totally burned me out. That totally set me into depression for a little while, and I had to pull myself out of that. But some women might not have the ability to just snap yourself out of it just like that. What advice would you give to them?
Okay, so when I advise persons about mental health, they have to remember that mental health you cannot take away from physical health and, you know, social well-being. So you have to have a balance, right? We need to take care of ourselves physically, which means we have to be able to get good nutrition. We have to be able to have physical activity. We have to be able to take a moment to stretch, you know, to take a walk, right? We need to be able to take a regular checkup of our body. As it is for our mental health, we need to be able able to cope. And you know, many of the things, as Miranda would be advertising in our mindfulness sessions, these are things that we can practice, you know, being mindful of ourselves, of our confidence, you know, being able to sit and enjoy the simple things in life, you know, enjoy breathing, enjoy blinking, enjoy the simple.
Enjoy blinking. I love that.
But these are things we take for granted. We just think that, oh, we have to make the money, we have to make the money. But you make the money and you don't enjoy it because you can't spend it because you're not well. So you have to have that balance. And your social relationships is also important, because my life would have changed tremendously when I would have really taken the advice. I cannot remember where I read it from, but it said your net worth would determine your net worth. And that is so true. Ever since, I would have changed many of my social relationships, and I would have had persons who could mentor me, like yourself, and, you know, I would have seen the change. You know, my business has grown, and everything that I'm doing, you know, it is growing because you are all supporting me, and you know, you're there cheering me on. You know, you're not competing with me, you're complimenting me. So I enjoy that, and we also have to be able to. When we earn and when we make things, we need to be able to give back to persons, right? We just don't make and keep it all for ourselves. We have to pass it on to someone else. So I want to encourage persons to keep that balance, keep that physical. You have to take care of your physical self, take care of your mental self, take care of your social self. So, you know, these are the things that you have to do to get that balance.
And it's a complete package. Your mental self, your social self, your physical self.
Yes.
It's a complete package, and they all go hand in hand. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the show today. I want to send you off with all of our best wishes. We know that you're going to take whatever you've learned and just bring it back to us. And I'm going to soak everything in when you come back and you share all of those little nuggets with us. So good luck. Have a safe trip. Before we wrap up, I want to know what's a quote or the Bible verse or the mantra that you live by.
Okay, so I like to let people know that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So if you're thinking about it, just get started.
Thank you so much for being here. I know that our audience have enjoyed the show. If you want to contact Dr. Colleen, she's on Facebook. Her business page is on Facebook, My Melanin Creation. You can go, you can have a look at all that she has going on and follow her journey as she goes to Canada to represent us and come back with all the knowledge. So thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.
We hope that you've been inspired by the many stories told here this past half an hour. Abby's Power Lunch tells a story of women in business in their own voice. We view this not just as another television show, but as a tool of mentoring and empowerment. We believe that women rightfully taking their place in businesses would be the successful underpinning of Caribbean economies. Women like the one you viewed here today, women in small and large businesses will indeed help to transform our communities. We would like to thank our producer in Georgetown, Guyana. We would also like to thank the owners, managers, and staff at the Red Cherry on Langham Street. Stay tuned next week for another half an hour of inspiration.